Bathroom Breaks and Bedtime Tales presents The Rock by Sevastian Winters. August. The good sprinkler smell is still rising off the concrete. Billy sat in the grass with a stick, 3 bottle caps, and Patrick, who was explaining his ant theory again, even though Billy had already poked holes in it twice. His mom always set a place at the table for Patrick. His dad said Patrick wasn't real, but Billy didn't care. Sometimes it was just nice to imagine having a friend. The rock was in Billy's pocket where it lived. It had lived there for 7 weeks, which was since before his cousin's birthday, before the 4th of July, and before the summer got this hot. It was gray-white, smooth on one side, and had a pink line through the middle like something had pushed through from the other side a long time ago and kept going. He'd found it under the bench by the fountain, and he'd known immediately. The way you know certain things, the way you know your own front door in the dark. He'd stopped asking about a puppy. Not because he'd stopped wanting, because the words "not yet" had a wall inside, and he'd walked into that wall enough times to know what walls do. A little brown dog came around the side of the house like she wasn't sure where she was. Brown and white, ears going 2 directions. She stopped and looked at Billy the way you look at a door before you knock. Billy's hand came out of his pocket, and he held his rock out for the little dog to sniff. He stayed very still and quiet, like he had been taught. Patrick said, "Oh," from somewhere behind Billy's left shoulder, which was where Patrick usually was, except when Billy turned to look, Patrick was already somewhere else. Without thinking, Billy sat down slow, cross-legged, rock in his open palm. The dog's nose worked the air. She came forward in small negotiations. Then her nose touched the rock, one cold point of contact. She sat down and exhaled like she'd been walking a long time. Something happened in Billy's chest. He didn't have a word for it. It was still there at lunch. His mother came out, stopped, looked at the dog, looked at Billy, and brought water without being asked. She told him not to get attached in the voice she used when she already knew it was too late. The 3 of them sat on the front steps all afternoon. The Henderson sprinklers came on at 4. A kid on a bicycle went past twice. The ice cream truck came, and Billy didn't move, because moving meant going inside, and going inside meant coming back to nothing. The dog leaned into his leg. Billy's hand rested on her back, her breathing going in and out like something decided. "It followed you," Patrick said. Billy's mother was just inside the screen door and didn't look up. "That means she's yours. That's just how it works." Billy looked at the rock. The pink line ran all the way through, thin and sure. 7 weeks in his pocket, through everything. It had been there through the bad nights, the not yets, and the morning he'd shown up at his parents' bed at 2 in the morning with his reasons all lined up. The rock had been there for all of it. "You could just not mention the collar," said Patrick. "You could just keep her." The dog shifted against his leg, heavier, warmer. Billy knew what he knew, the way you know the thing you wish you didn't. The dog had arrived lost and been given water and had no say. Somewhere, 4 blocks over, somebody was going room to room. He thought about his mother going room to room. "What are you so scared of?" Patrick had asked him once, back when Billy was still asking and getting the wall. He hadn't answered then. He looked at the dog now. The door in his chest opened into a room he hadn't found before, and he sat very still in the opening of it. His hand opened. The rock sat on the step. The dog looked at it, then at Billy, then put her chin on it, the way she'd put her chin on Billy's knee, with the full weight of a thing that trusts you. Billy watched that happen. Then he got up and knocked on the front door, because knocking was how you asked for something real, and he waited. His mother's face softened when she saw him. "We have to find where she lives," Billy said. She looked at him, at the step, at the rock with the dog's chin on it. The dish towel stopped moving in her hands. "Okay," she said, "let's make some calls." Mrs. O'Coffer came in a yellow car. The dog became a different animal the second she saw her, transformed, complete, entirely hers. When Mrs. O'Coffer crouched down to clip the leash, Billy crouched too. He picked up the rock and held it for a moment, memorizing the smoothness of it, the 7 weeks of it, the pink line that ran all the way through. He put it in Mrs. O'Coffer's hand. She looked at it, then at Billy. She liked it, Billy said, when she was scared. Mrs. O'Coffer closed her fingers around the rock and looked at Billy the way adults sometimes look at children when they've seen something they weren't expecting. "Thank you," she said. "Not thank you for taking care of her from before. A different one." Billy nodded. He put his hands in his empty pockets and watched the yellow car until it was gone. His father came home to a quiet house. He found Billy on the front step alone, pockets turned out, watching the street. He sat down in his work clothes and looked at the turned-out pockets. "Where's your rock?" his father said. Billy told him. He told him about the nose touching it that morning, about the chin, about the full weight of a thing that trusts you. He told it the way 5-year-olds tell things, circling back, losing the thread, finding it again. His father sat with his elbows on his knees and listened to the whole thing without once looking at his watch. The street was gold and cooling, and the sprinkler smell was long gone when Billy finished. His father was quiet for a moment. Then, "That was your favorite rock." "I know," Billy said. "It was, but she was lonely, and it made her feel better." His father nodded slowly at the street, like it had said something he agreed with. "I think you're ready." Billy put his empty hands in his empty pockets. His mother was inside humming something low under the radio. The screen door made its sound. The evening came down over normal heights while Billy sat with his father and let it be what it was. Patrick was on the stairs inside. Or wasn't. They went to pick him out that Saturday, brown and white, ears that hadn't decided. Billy named him Lucky. Patrick came to the naming.